Over the last few months, almost every brand that I've worked with has had exactly the same goal: show up inside AI tools. And the videos that keep working aren't clever or flashy, they're clear, structured, and direct. I'm Pallen, and recently a huge part of my work has shifted towards one thing: LLM visibility. Brands aren't just asking how to rank on Google or grow on YouTube anymore, they're asking how their content shows up inside AI tools. Tools like Google's AI results, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and many others. And what we're talking about today is not theoretical. This is what I have seen happen directly. One example: about a week after publishing a video for a brand called Brand24, we started ranking for one of their designed keywords. Not a month later, a week later. That didn't happen because we hacked anything. It happened because the video was built in a way that AI systems could understand, summarize, and reference. Now, before we go any further, one quick clarification. SEO is not dead. Many people have been saying this. They've been saying it for a decade, and it's just not true. What is changing is how content is consumed. Sometimes the answer is shown directly. Sometimes there's no click at all. Sometimes the content that wins is content that stands on its own. In this video, I want to walk you through 3 changes that I've been making to my YouTube videos that directly support LLM visibility. I'll show real examples from my own scripts and past videos so you can apply this to your content immediately. The first change is simple, but it's where most creators miss the mark. LLMs prioritize content that answers questions the way people actually ask them. When someone opens an AI tool, they don't type poetic phrases. They ask direct questions, usually. How do I do this? What's the best tool for that? Does this still work in 2025 or 2026? If your video title already sounds like a prompt that someone would give to an AI, you're heading in the right direction for sure. On screen now, I'm scrolling through some past videos. Notice how specific each of these titles are. Each one answers a single, clear question. And just as importantly, the introduction of the video repeats the question in some way, shape, or form, typically right out loud, before answering it. That matters because transcripts really matter with this stuff. LLMs don't watch your video the way humans do, they read it. They rely on titles, descriptions, and transcripts to understand what the video is about. Whether the question is spoken clearly, the transcript reflects that. And that makes it much easier for an AI to identify what problem the video solves. So if you want a fast way to see how people phrase questions, I recommend a tool like Answer the Public. That can definitely help. It visualizes common search terms and queries around particular topics. You don't actually need anything fancy though. That's a great tool. Even using the free option for it works well. You can also just type your topic into Google and look at the autocomplete suggestions down below. People also ask that box and the related searches at the bottom of the page. That is very free and very accessible. And those phrases are gold. They're not marketing language. They're how people think and how people search. A lot of creators chase clever titles or curiosity hooks, but AI systems are a little different. They don't reward clever, they reward clarity. If your video clearly answers one question, it becomes easier to summarize, easier to reference, and far more likely to appear inside an AI-generated response. The second change has nothing to do with thumbnails, editing tricks, or retention hacks. It's about making your video easy to break apart. On screen now, I'm opening one of my past and recent scripts. You'll notice it isn't just a wall of text or a huge paragraph, it's clearly segmented. So there's a hook at the beginning, an introduction, then defined sections, each focused on one idea, one point that I'm trying to make. This structure isn't just for viewers, it's also for AI systems. LLMs don't just look at what you say, they look at how information is grouped, and they're constantly trying to answer 2 questions. What is this about, and how is it organized? When you say things like the first thing you need to know, or the next part, notice I do that, or here's the final takeaway, you're giving AI systems clear markers, and I really recommend doing that. You're making the content easier to summarize and cite. There's a concept often discussed in search called the answer first approach. I apply the same idea to video. In the first 30 to 40 seconds, I want a viewer or an AI transcript, both actually, to get a clean definition and a clear outcome. Then I earn the right to go deeper on that subject. This does 2 things. It respects the viewer's time and it builds trust. When someone gets the answer immediately, they're more likely to stay and explore the nuance. This is also why longer videos often perform well in LLM contexts. Not because they're long, but because they're thorough. A well-structured 12 or 15-minute video that walks through a process step by step is far more useful than a 5-minute video that jumps between ideas. Clarity beats brevity when it comes to AI understanding. The final change is where most of the gains actually come from. LLMs don't just analyze your video, they analyze everything around it. That includes your transcript, your on-screen text, your chapter titles, and your description. On screen now, I'm showing a YouTube video description from one of my recent videos. It's longer than most people expect on purpose. It explains exactly what the video is teaching in plain language. Not keyword stuffing, those days are long gone. It's more about context building. One simple rule that I follow is this: write the first paragraph like a dictionary definition. Clear sentences, no metaphors, nothing like that. If a tool is scanning your page, you want to see the answer immediately. And when you speak key phrases clearly, repeat them naturally and reinforce them with on-screen text. By doing that, you're sending consistent signals. When your description explains the same ideas in writing, you reinforce those signals again. This alignment is what makes content easy for AI systems to understand. It's also why detailed tutorial videos work so well. They show real workflows, they explain a full process from start to finish, they don't rely on vague advice or trendy language. Depth, clarity, and consistency are exactly what LLMs need to summarize and reference content accurately. If you want your YouTube videos to appear in LLMs, this isn't about shortcuts or renaming SEO. I think it's really more about asking the right questions, answering them clearly, structuring your content so that it can be broken apart, and making sure your spoken, visuals, and written content all reinforce the same idea. That's why this style of video keeps working, and it's why so many brands are investing in it right now. I'm Pallen. Thanks so much for watching this. I'll see you in the next video.